term I'd like to speak specifically. Excuse me. And then I have some gastric explosions from time to time, and they're quite extraordinary. Spectacular sometimes. Anyway, we don't want to go there. Now, I have a son. He's my younger son. And he's a strange looking little boy. If you've ever seen him. I wasn't just clarification, I was not picking my nose. There's a little itch there. Yeah, I feel better now. I was scratching my nose. I have facial hair that somewhat matches my Bushman eyebrows, but I think I can grow more on my eyebrows than my face. But anyway, let's don't even talk about that. Let's move on to more serious matters. I don't know that I've spoken of my eyeglasses, but I've had these particular frames for some many years, and they have served me very well, as you can see. But I have had to use some shrink wrap on them. It's a pretty good fix, but I could stand a better fix if you'd like to donate some money to the eyeglasses for Professors of America. I could give you their self-addressed envelope status, and that's quite funny. Seriously, I'm sorry. I could give you their self-employment tax number, or whatever it is that's required for you to make donations freely, and just to the cause. It'd be greatly accepted and appreciated, and very well spent, just so you know. And I'll do that at the end of the broadcast today if I have time. If not, I'm watching you. Anyway, I don't know where all of this humor is coming from, because I'm not normally a humorous person. I'm very serious and serious-minded. As a matter of fact, I appreciate solitude and quiet. I don't like a lot of people shouting in church. It scares me. I don't like it when the preacher gets loud, because I think he's preaching at me or something like that, and I don't like to feel like I'm isolated and those things. But I don't want to influence you religiously in any form or fashion. I'm a scientist. Oh, what happened there? There's a some what that was. But anyway, so just saying, particularly, what I would prefer you to understand is this. My son's a weird little boy. Very weird. He has a big white neck and a strangely shaped body, and he does not in any way look like my family or any of my ancestors. But I sometimes think he may. I'm adjusting the camera just for a bit, because well, can you see that forehead again? Yes. I'm very proud of my forehead, and I think everyone should realize that. And sometimes, look at there, as I move my head back and forth from the camera, you can see the wonderfully beautiful silhouette of my forehead. I'm quite captured by its beauty, as I'm sure you are at this point. But anyway, I'm trying to stay on the subject, because we have pressing issues that we need to deal with. And now that I'm back with you, as I try to be always with you in a sense of seriousness and direction, please consider this, if you may, and may you will, possibly. I think I have hazel colored eyes. But anyway, my son is a strangely shaped individual. I don't know all my wives. My wife, I don't have but one wife, so I assume I use that improperly, and I don't want you to think that I have more than one wife. But all of my wife's family ancestors, I do not know. Let me just be quite frank about that. I do not know all of my wife's ancestors and all, but the ones I know do not look like my little boy. He is quite odd. And if I could get him in here, let me see if I can. Let me just try this for a moment, and I see if I can get him come in here. I'd like you to see him and be a witness to this extraordinary, maybe even the first time he's been seen publicly, and surely captured on video. If you would just pause for one moment, and in that pausal state, just wait for me. In just a moment, I'm calling a turn, and I'm going to make that go. Aaron! Aaron! Are you there? Aaron! Okay. I call him Aaron because it sounds a little bit like Aaron. Yes. Yes. Could you please turn the light on for a moment? I would like the folks out here to see you. Could you turn the light on? I want to see your bodily. I told them your body was shaped a little differently and uniquely. Could you turn the light on so they can see your shape? Now I'm going to try to get my beautifully shaped and forehead out of the way, just so that is quite lovely. It is very kind of. I can actually, when I tilt it a little. No, yes. Well, yes, like this. I can actually. You can put a coffee cup on that and without any chance of spilling. But I'm gonna stand there and let my son. Son, could you come in here to the screen so the folks can see you right beside my forehead? See, it's a beautiful. You look beautiful. I just wanted them to see how beautifully shaped you are. It's quite extraordinary and unique. Unique, but oh yes, that's a very good, very good. He has some different qualities to him that I always tell him. It's wonderful to be different. It's very wonderful to be different, and I'm proud of him. And I don't want him to, but never want him to think that I'm not proud of him. I'm very proud of him. I would even look at that. Look at that, beautiful. Look at those lips, beautiful, and what a chin. I'm extraordinary. Yes, very distinct. I have even encouraged him to go into the movies. He would be a very good horror movie extra. But anyway, thank you, Simon. If you could take your wonderfully shaped body away and please distinguish the light. If you could you distinguish the light? It's a very private moment. I appreciate you. Oh, Lord. Please distinguish the light. I didn't want everyone to be jealous. Oh, thank you. Actually, he's gone now. The boy is very mysterious and strangely shaped, as I've said, and you can verify that right now. And I don't know where he could have gotten that, because I consider myself quite normal, both in physical features, and I guess I would be called in some circles. I would be extraordinarily abnormal when it comes to my intellect, because I am vastly more intelligent than most folks at this young age. Well, this seems to be a shadow line. It must be a reflection. I'll just try to ignore that for now. What I don't want to close this moment right here with you. And if I could I get you to look into my eyes? My beautiful eyes. I just want you to look into them, and I want you to think about what I'm about to say, because it's very important. As you look into my eyes, and try not to stare at my forehead that seems to go on and on and on and on and on. But nor do I want you to focus on the beautiful shape of my face, or Excuse me, I'm drooling, right? What's right here? I got that now. I feel much better. What I'd like to say to you as you look into my eyes is good night. Good night. I am going to end it with those sweet thoughts. Good night.